Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet. Shrinvatam Swakata Krishna Punyashravana Kirtana Hridayantasto Bhadrani Vidunoti Surtsatam Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktirvavati Nestiki. So we are summarizing Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 26. King Puranjana goes to the forest to hunt and his queen becomes angry. We'll start with a prayer. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurue Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. I seek the blessings of all assembled Vaishnavas. Please forgive me any misinterpretation. So the chapter 26 titled as King Puranjana goes to forest to hunt and his queen becomes angry. Now king of this story of Puranjana was narrated by Narada Muni to King Prachina Barishat. He was the father of Prachetas. He was engaged in fruitive activities. So Narada was telling the story of Puranjana, who was very much attached to his queen. He will do everything, any possible way to please his queen, always besides her. But one day he was overcome with the ignorance, mode of ignorance, demoniac quality. So in this material world, it is very difficult for one to remain in the mode of goodness. The other two inferior qualities, mode of passion and ignorance, they always try to pull down a person who is situated in material mode of goodness. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said, Rajas tamas cha vibhuya sattvam bhavati bharata rajas sattvam tamasyaiva tamas sattvam rajas tatha. Sometime the mode of goodness dominates over mode of passion and ignorance. Sometime mode of passion dominates over mode of goodness and ignorance. And sometimes ignorance dominates over mode of goodness and passion. In this way, there is a constant struggle for dominance. That's why sometimes a person who is considered to be in mode of goodness also commits an abominable activity. He is overcome by mode of ignorance. Sometimes even in a mode of ignorance, person also does something good. There was one bandit in South India who used to live in a forest. He would kidnap, rob, do all kind of criminal activities. But when he came back to his village, he used to distribute his wealth, a portion of his wealth to his villagers. That is mode of goodness. So there is always constant struggle for dominance of these material qualities. Accordingly, a person behaves. So on this particular occasion, King Puranjana was overcome with the mode of ignorance, and he rode on a chariot driven by horses, and there was a chariot driver, and he had sharp arrows, and with the swift horses, and he went to the forest for hunting. So this body is considered like a chariot. Yantra Arudanimaya. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is said, Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hrideshe Arjuna Tishtati Brahmayan Sarvabhutani Yantra Arunani Maya. This body is like a yantra, machine, chariot. The chariot driver is the super soul, and the person who is seated in the chariot is the soul, and the horses are the senses. In this way, we are wandering in this world. Using this machine, we are wandering. Brahmayan Sarvabhutani. So, uh, the king Puranjana went to the forest there. He shot many innocent animals and he killed, like the rabbits, bison, deer. Yes. So the killing of animal is condemned in the scripture. In the Vedas, it is mentioned animals are can be sacrificed during the fire sacrifice. Ashwamedha, a horse is sacrificed, but it is a favor done to that animal. An old animal is sacrificed. By the power of the mantra, that old animal will get human birth in the next life. It does not need to go through further uh, process of evolution to come to the human form of life. It gets a benefit. But later on, in the beginning of Kali Yuga, people were uh, misreading this Vedic injunction, and they were, in the name of Veda, they were slaughtering animals. At that time, Lord Buddha came to stop this animal killing, ahimsa paramo dharma. So sadaya hridaya darshita pashugatam. Out of compassion, his heart filled with compassion for the innocent animals, he rejected Vedas. Uh, he established non-violence. In the later in this Kali Yuga, in the present modern day, animals are killed in slaughterhouse. Millions of animals are killed throughout the world in slaughterhouses just to please the tongue of ignorant people. So those people who are slaughter animals and eat, their consciousness is also of that of animal consciousness. Even the leaders of the society, they are of animal consciousness. Animals always tend to fight each other. And thus this country is at war, killing innocent people. The devotional service begins by one adheres to the four regulative principles, that is, no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, and no illicit sex. So, King Puranjana killed all kinds of animals in the forest throughout the day. There was no purpose in killing innocent animals. Once a butcher went to a sadhu for his blessing, his first benediction. So the sadhu gave him a blessing. Mamaro Majio. Don't die, don't live. If he lives, he continues to kill innocent animals, accumulate more and more sins. If he dies, his next life will be horrible, miserable. He has to suffer for all the sinful activities he has committed. So the sadhu blessed him, Mamaro Machu. So King Puranjana became very tired after killing so many animals, and he wanted to go back to his royal palace. So he took bath and he ate nice dinner, and he felt very much. Then after that, he felt very much refreshed. So similarly, people who are forgotten Krishna in this material world, influenced by material modes of passion and ignorance, the symptoms of material mode of passion and ignorance is that hankering, lusty desires, greediness, all these are symptoms of passion and ignorance. Some of these materialistic persons come in contact with a sadhu, saintly person, and then engages in Krishna consciousness. Then slowly, these material mode of ignorance, passion go away from, and he'll be situated more and more in mode of pure goodness, and he will start enjoy, relish, he feel refreshed by the process of devotional service. So King Puranjana, after uh, eating dinner, he smeared his body with the sandalwood pulp, with nice garments, with a garland, and he looked for his queen. He wanted the association of queen. So that is the nature of materialistic persons. In the Bhagavatam, it is said, Nidraya hriryate naktham vyavayena cha vavayaha divacha artayaya rajan kutumba baranena va. Materialistic persons, they nidraya hriyate naktham. In the night time, they sleep comfortably for long hours. If they are not, or they will engage in sex life. In this way, they spend the night time. And in the daytime, divacha artayaya, always hankering, greedy for more money, more wealth. Uh, in this way, they spend their daytime. Kutumba paranena, they think the goal of life is to maintain the family very nicely. There is no other purpose. In this way, they waste most precious human form of life. Though King Puranjara did not find the queen, so he asked the household maid servants. They said that the queen was lying on the ground. So Puranjana felt he was bewildered by seeing his wife, the queen, on the ground. So he thought, a residence without a dear mother or a dear wife is like a chariot without wheels. There is no purpose. Chanakya Pandita also says, if the house is bereft of a loving mother or a loving wife, then he must go to forest, because there is no difference between a home or a forest without a loving mother or a loving wife at home. So king was tried to pacify his wife with the flattering words. He was expert in flattering words. The king asked, who has offended you? If someone has offended you, I'll find him in these three worlds and I'll punish him, except if he's a Brahmana or a Vaishnava. So the king knew the Vedic etiquette, Shastric injunctions. A Brahmana is always engaged in Shat Karma Nipuna, 6 activities. Yajan, he worships the deity and he teaches how to worship. He Patan, he studies scriptures and teaches others about scriptures. And Dana Pratigraha, he gives charity and accepts charity. In this way, Brahmana is engaged in 6 activities. So a offense committed to a Brahmana is very grievous. And a Vaishnava is a dear servant of Lord Krishna. He is always engaged in chanting the holy name, hearing the glories of the Lord, remembering the Lord. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam. In this way, Vaishnava spends his time. A offense committed to Vaishnava is also very grievous. It is said in Chaitanya Charitamrita that यदि वैष्णव अपराध उठे हाथी माथा उपाड़े व चिंडे याया tarashuki yaya patha. That means a Vaishnava is like a aparada is like a mad elephant. If a normal elephant, which is not a mad elephant, goes to a garden, it will look for its food. If it did not find it, it will go away. Whereas a mad elephant enters a garden, it will simply destroy, it will uproot the plants, it will break it. In this way, it will destroy the whole garden. Similarly, a Vaishnava Parada is like a mad elephant. It will destroy completely the bhakti, the process of bhakti one is engaged in. Therefore, one must be very careful not to engage in Vaishnava Parada. So the king knew that he should not commit any offense to a Brahmana or a Vaishnava. Then king realized that the offender to his queen is none other than himself. He left his queen alone. He went to the forest and committed all these heinous activities. So he begs for forgiveness. So the chapter ends there. It's a small chapter. Thank you.